Hello, and it's day 2 of the Caulfield Cup Carnival, Thousand Guineas Day, and we'll get to the Group 1 racing shortly. But the major news of the morning was the Caulfield Cup barrier draw taking place here at Caulfield. Here's a look at the way some of the major ones fared. The two major internationals, Americain and Dunaden, out there, barriers 19 and 22. 4 emergencies, so it's going to be a field of 18. If all of the top 18 do start, then they'll move in closer than that, but they're still out amongst it along the outside rail. Jacoby, another international in 13. Winchester, barrier 16, some quiet confidence about it. Isi, another international in 17. December draw there in barrier 12, hoping to change the luck for Mark Kavanagh. And we go further down. Glencaddam Gold, the favourite before the barrier draw in barrier 21. Lights of Heaven for Peter Moody in barrier 8. Sneaker Peak also for the Moody stable in 10. And of the rest, barrier 1 going to Zabillionaire, number 18. Let's hear from the connections involved with some of the runners in the BMW Caulfield Cup.
Drawn ideally an 8. Takes a spot just behind the speed, makes her own luck. Very happy with her.
Well, Corey said whatever you do, try and get 5 upwards this morning when he came and rode him out. I'd probably rather be 2 than 22.
12's not too bad, you know, I mean, there's 10 worse barriers, isn't there?
He could have drawn better, no doubt. He comes out of 15 after the emergencies come out, but you know, I would have liked him drawn in the middle of my other two, you know, maybe around that 10 mark, but he's a natural go-forward horse.
He's really progressing well. We've always had the one race in mind, which is the Melbourne Cup. Obviously, you know, we're not there to make up the numbers on Saturday. We do want to run a big race. It's going to be really interesting. I don't think that we're going to be going back like we have in our last 2 runs. So I'd say we'll have a much more forward roll. There's a good bit of pace outside us.
It's probably the worst case scenario, but if you're going to be out there, we've got genuine, fancied, on-speed horses inside us, which is going to make things a little bit easier.
Before the draw, quite nervous, but said to the owners, you know, if we could draw anywhere between 6 and 14, we'd be really happy, because it just puts us in the race where, you know, we can dictate where we want to be in the running.
Hopefully, if there's any interference, we'll be, you know, on the better part and won't be affected, but would have preferred the inside barrier.
He'll be back in the ruck again. He'll need luck. Great pickup in G-Boss. You know, no better big race rider in Australia in these staying handicaps. And he's continued to please us in his work since his last run.
So some mixed reviews there. We'll see how they go in a couple of days' time. To the racing now, and the feature of the day here at Caulfield was the Group 1 Thousand Guineas for the 3-year-old fillies over the 1600.
Commanding Jewel looking for a run through. Love for Ransom down the outside. Longport at the 200, still a length and a half. Here's Commanding Jewel winding up. Ollie sends Commanding Jewel to the lead, and she dashes 2 lengths in front. Zydeco flashing home, but Commanding Jewel, Ollie for the 5th time wins it by 2 or 3. They've lined up for the minors.
From wide gates, they sort of forced our hand to ride her a bit more positive, but from a good draw today, Rala just settled her and showed a great kick.
Oh, well, he knows the filly, so it would have been stupid taking him off it if I'd have put someone else on it. Would I have got the same ride today, you know? I tell you, you rode it unbelievable.
So Commanding Jewel, the winner of the Schweppes Thousand Guineas, with the connection to last year's winner Atlantic Jewel. Zydeco was one to look for next time. In other racing news, on the international scene, Afsari is unfortunately out of the Spring Carnival, won't be running in the Cox Plate. Disappointment there from the Kamani stable. And also the acceptances are out for Caulfield Cup Day. 10 races on the card. First event at 11:30. One of the highlights, other than the Cup, will be Machine going around in the Tristark Stakes. That's the racing news for this Wednesday. Till next time, enjoy your racing.